Forest City, the $100 billion ghost town born from China's real estate bubble. Imagine a sprawling, ultramodern metropolis adorned with towering apartment complexes nestled among lush greenery, surrounded by pristine white beaches that kiss the crystal-clear blue ocean. This is Forest City, a massive real estate development off the coast of Malaysia that promised a utopian paradise. Yet today, it stands eerily silent, a ghost town where empty roads, deserted malls, and uninhabited luxury apartments paint a stark picture of ambition gone awry. The grand vision. Forest City was conceived in 2006 by Country Garden Holdings, one of China's largest private real estate developers. The plan was audacious: construct a self-contained, futuristic city on 4 artificial islands spanning 20 square kilometers in the Johor Bahru district of Malaysia. Equipped with its own schools, shopping centers, and luxury amenities, Forest City was marketed primarily to China's burgeoning middle class as an affordable offshore investment. The project's initial phases progressed swiftly. By its grand opening in 2016, multiple high-rise apartment buildings were completed, capable of housing up to 700,000 people. The Malaysian government showed strong support, with then-Prime Minister Najib Razak declaring Forest City a duty-free zone to entice investors. The Chinese real estate bubble. To understand Forest City's downfall, one must first examine the volatile landscape of China's real estate market. In the early 2000s, the Chinese government shifted its stance on property ownership, encouraging private investment in real estate to stimulate economic growth. Banks offered cheap credit, and with traditional savings accounts failing to keep pace with inflation, real estate became the investment of choice for many Chinese citizens. This led to a speculative frenzy. Property values soared as investors poured money into real estate, not to live in or develop, but to capitalize on the ever-increasing prices. Regional governments seeking quick revenue also jumped on the bandwagon, investing heavily in real estate projects. The result was an inflated market teetering on the edge of collapse. The bubble bursts. The global financial crisis of 2008 served as a catalyst for the impending disaster. As demand for Chinese exports dwindled, the government injected a $586 billion stimulus package into the economy, much of which flowed into real estate and infrastructure. This only exacerbated the existing bubble. Recognizing the unsustainable growth and mounting debts of regional governments, Chinese authorities implemented deflationary measures around 2011. They introduced higher down payment requirements, restricted the number of properties one could own, and imposed new taxes. These policies cooled the market, but also triggered a panic among investors, leading to a frantic sell-off. Property values plummeted, and the once booming real estate sector faced a severe downturn. Forest City caught in the crossfire. Forest City was directly impacted by these developments. The Chinese government's restrictions on capital outflow limited citizens to an annual foreign spending cap of $50,000, severely hindering their ability to invest in overseas properties like Forest City. The mantra from Chinese leadership became clear: houses are for living in, not for speculation. Compounding the problem, Malaysia underwent a political shift in 2018. The new Prime Minister, Mahathir Mohamad, was openly critical of the project, expressing concerns over national sovereignty and the influx of foreign buyers. He even suggested banning foreigners from purchasing property in Forest City, causing further alarm among potential investors. The final blow: a pandemic and an uncertain future. Just as Forest City grappled with regulatory hurdles and waning investor interest, the COVID-19 pandemic struck. Global travel restrictions and economic uncertainty all but halted any remaining sales. Today, estimates suggest that only a fraction of the residential units are occupied, with some reports indicating as few as 500 residents in a city designed for hundreds of thousands. Visitors describe an unsettling atmosphere, immaculate infrastructure devoid of people, empty shopping malls where escalators run but lead nowhere, and facilities maintained in pristine condition despite the absence of users. A BBC journalist recounted the haunting image of a children's train perpetually circling a deserted mall, a symbol of ambition turned to absurdity. Attempts at revival. Despite the bleak circumstances, Country Garden Holdings has not abandoned Forest City. The company continues to maintain the properties and has made efforts to revive interest. In a bid to attract foreign talent and investment, Malaysian authorities have recently designated Forest City as a special financial zone, offering incentives to skilled workers. Whether these measures will succeed remains to be seen. A cautionary tale. Forest City stands as a monumental example of the perils of unchecked speculative investment and overambitious development. It mirrors a broader pattern seen across China, where entire cities and massive infrastructures lie empty, testaments to a real estate boom that prioritized rapid growth over sustainable planning. The story of Forest City is not just about a failed real estate project. It's a reflection of economic policies, international relations, and the unpredictable nature of global markets. It serves as a cautionary tale for developers and investors worldwide. Grand visions must be grounded in reality, and sustainable growth often requires tempered ambition.